AM 1380 WLRN Blues, Southern Soul and more. It's Talk to Me with Greg Peters. And on the show today, it's time now for entertainment news. And you know she's the girl that always got something to talk about. It is Miss Kia Robinson. How you doing, Kia?
Hey, Greg. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I am doing great on this wonderful afternoon. It's such a wonderful... Yeah, it's hot. I was trying to clean it up, but yeah, on this hot afternoon.
Hot as the 4th of July. It is July, so every day is supposed to be in the 90s,
Yes.
and we've had heat indexes up in the whatever. There is no escaping the heat. Even when it rains, it's hot right after.
Yes.
But I'm not mad about it. I love summertime.
Yeah, I mean, I like the summer fun, and you know, so far so good. You know, it's been a great summer so far. But let me do one. Let me do one of my "It's so hot" jokes. Okay, it's so hot. It is so
How
hot
hot is it?
that a bag of ice knocked on my door and said, "Man, let me in before I turn into some water." Okay, I know that was stale, but anyway, you know,
That's
terrible, ain't it?
Hey,
Okay.
It's okay. It's so hot you can't even think of a good joke. That's okay.
Exactly.
We'll let it go.
Exactly. But speaking of bags of ice, I you know, I love ice. I'm an ice lover, so I mean, you know.
Are you anemic?
Huh?
You know, anemics love ice.
Yeah, anemics love ice, but no, I'm not anemic. I just love ice. You know what I'm saying?
The good ice, like that crushed ice, like the Sonic ice.
Yeah, or party ice. I love it. And you know you can buy the bags. You can buy by the bag now. You know, you don't have to buy a cup of ice. You can buy by the bag now, man. Right,
you know, it's cheap. Ice is cheap, like 99 cents.
Yeah, that's right. Ice is cheap right now, and rightfully so. It's summertime, and people need it. You know. And
rightfully so. It's only water. So yes.
Yes, it has no calories. You know, I was talking to a lady friend of mine, and this is what she told me, Kia. She said, well, she's an ice lover. Matter of fact, a friend of hers bought her a ice crushing machine for Christmas, right? So this thing really crushes it down to like snow cone type of ice.
Yeah,
so
shaved ice. Yeah.
Yeah. So she said she likes ice because one thing about it, you know, it keeps her from drinking drinks and stuff like that, and it helps her lose weight because it has no calories.
Okay, I'm gonna try that. Just crunch it on ice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, I will do that. Because yesterday I was running around the house like a crazy crackhead. Because you ever just nothing satisfies you. You know what I mean? You just I ate a few grapes, but I'm watching sugar, so I couldn't eat that many. I ate like 2.5, and then I tried to eat something else, and then something else, and I put some of that whipped cream, the spray kind, in my mouth. I mean, just desperate.
Yeah, you try to find ways to kill the sweet tooth or the thirst. I mean, or the hunger.
Yeah. Or something. I really wanted a now and later, but there was no way I was going to the gas station for one now and later. So I just went to sleep and let it pass. But I get it. Someone tried to crush ice.
Yeah, try to crush ice.
Greg Peters, have you been watching the news?
Well,
have you been seeing what's going on with your president, Donald John Trump?
Yes, well, you know, and Facebook definitely is the news. Everybody is upset and in a roar.
You don't ever have to watch the actual TV.
Facebook lets me know everything. I mean,
basically our president put his foot in his mouth and the whole world. Okay, there's two things going on. America is angry, whether you're left or right, no matter what your political beliefs are. He threw us under the bus. He said that, he believed a Russian before he believed his own Justice Department. And then the rest of the country is just basically laughing at us. They've showed different reports from different people all around the world, and we're a laughing stock. So it's a mess.
It is something else.
He tried to retract his statement, even though he said over and over and over, like, Putin's a good guy, Putin's cool, I believe what he said. He didn't do anything wrong. He told me he didn't do anything wrong, so he must not have done anything wrong. Just crazy stuff. Well, today he said he misspoke. He said would when he meant to say wouldn't about something. But anyway, it was just ridiculous. They said they were they met for 5 hours trying to figure out how to fix the mess he got them into, and that's all they came up with. And I don't know if you saw him today. He was like you know how when a hostage has to read a prepared statement and they look uncomfortable and like they don't weren't prepared to read it. That's how he looks. He looks like somebody is off to the side holding a gun to his head while he reads this. He's stammering through it. It's just a mess. It is a mess. But you know what? He's going to come unscathed as usual. Nothing will happen to him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's going to come out smelling like a rose.
We've given up believing that something's going to, bite him in the butt. He's going to keep getting away with everything.
Yeah, because he keeps getting away with it. Nobody's going to do nothing about it. So he's going to continue on, with his ways and everything. And, hey, it's just crazy. But I tell you what, Americans do not like it. Facebookins. Okay, Facebook, Facebook Americans, or Facebookins we'll call them, they do not like it at this particular moment.
But I'm not friends with enough.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing about it is, Kia, the thing about this whole thing is that, if you are an American, if you are an American citizen and you are, a part of America, then, and your president goes over to, another country and he doesn't stand up for you, then, what is that to say about this guy, really?
I don't know what to say. It's almost like I don't know. Putin must really have something on him.
Right.
Where he has to publicly keep kissing his butt and talking about our country like a dog. I don't know. It's going to come out. I'll be glad when it does, because it's looking bad.
It ain't looking good right now because because it's just like me, Kia. We've been on the radio together for over a year now, well over a year. Over a good full year. So I would not, go to anybody else. And, and we definitely had some great shows and our chemistry has grown. So I wouldn't go to anybody else in the radio market or any market and say, well, Kia so-and-so, talk about you behind your back. And then when we get ready to do radio, hey, Kia, it's Kia Robinson with Entertainment News. That's the same way. That's the way I feel about what Donald Trump has done, to the U.S. going over to Russia. I feel this,
Well, he went to Sweden to talk to the Russians.
Okay, they met in Sweden. Okay.
Yeah, or not Sweden. Helsinki. What is that? Finland. Wherever it is, Sweden.
Somewhere over there.
Y'all, one of them countries.
Yeah.
One of them countries over there where they're very peaceful and happy.
Right.
And that's where they met. But he doesn't talk bad about him in America. He doesn't talk bad about him. Period. I think this, and I think people need to realize this. Let's think about this. If somebody gets you a job, and that was the only way you could get that job, and this is the most important, powerful job in the whole world, and this person gets you that job, they cheat for you to get you that job, then maybe you're not going to be talking bad about him either. And I think that's what happened. He realizes that Putin pulled stunt to get him to be president because that's what Putin wanted. So why on earth would he turn against Putin? And Putin could either A, prove that he did do that, pull all those stunts, and so his presidency wouldn't look legitimate, or B, not help him again. So I guess it's in Donald Trump's best interest to keep, kicking his butt.
Well, see, here's the thing about it. You got, if you're going to play both sides of the ball, you got to play both sides of the ball. So the thing is, he's not intelligent enough to say, okay, I'm going to go over here and meet with Pruden. And was it Pruden or Pruden?
Where's Felicia Terry? I need Felicia Terry. She gets on you when you
yes.
You love to
Pruden or Pruden?
Putin. Putin.
Putin. Okay. I wouldn't go over there and meet. If I'm going to meet with Putin, okay, we're going to have a good time. We're going to, me and Putin, we're going to do some good things together, have a few drinks and have a good time. But I'm not going to say anything bad about the American people to Putin. See what I'm saying?
You're going to play it real slick.
Right.
You're not going to say nothing bad about him, but at the same time, you're not going to insult us.
Right. Yeah. But see, he has no.
He got enough sense.
He does not have the intelligence to play both sides of the ball like that, though. Which is really bad. I mean, how stupid can you be?
You got to. Yeah, how stupid can you be? You're making it so obvious.
Right.
Just when a real smart person, when they mention Russia, you would just kind of deflect. You just say, well, we got so many problems here in America. You just start talking about something
right,
else. But you don't. Yeah. You're right. He's not playing it right, but he's playing it the way he wants to. And like we said, nothing happens. So what can we say?
Hey, all we can say is it is what it is, as we say out in the street.
It is what it is.
That's right.
Well, let's talk about what's going on in the world besides Donald Trump.
Okay.
First of all, Lord, this thing has turned into a mess. Okay, so you know who Charlamagne da God is. He's in the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, Charlamagne, yes.
Yeah, Charlamagne da God. Well, there's a petition going around. It already has 6,000 signatures through iHeartMedia because Charlamagne was accused about 17 years ago, was it? Or no, 22 years ago,
right,
of rape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they're saying that they want, the people that are signing this petition, the people that are behind the petition, they want him off of the air because they do not condone someone who pled guilty to rape. Okay?
Okay.
So, he didn't plead guilty to rape, and let's talk about what happened with the situation.
Okay.
Okay. He was a 22-year-old young local DJ where he's from in, like, some crappy place in South Carolina. His real name is, get this, now what kind of country-ass name is this? Leonard Larry McKelvey. That's Charlamagne. I was just Larry Charlamagne da God. Leonard Larry, get your ass.
Well, my thing is, what in the world, who gave him Charlamagne? Because that sounds kind of, like a woman's name.
Charlamagne, well, it was like some great fighter or leader or something in history.
I got you.
French something. But he's Charlamagne da God, which sounds a lot better than Leonard. Leonard, get your ass over here. Leonard Larry McKelvey. Okay, so Charlamagne was 22 years old. He was hosting, this is his side of the story. Well, I think this side is pretty much the same. He was hosting a party for like a cousin or something for their high school graduation, college graduation. And he invited this girl, Jessica Reed, who's 15. According to Jessica, Charlamagne knew she was in high school and lied about the party and saying that it was the cousin's birthday party. But in reality, it was the cousin's college graduation party because that would make it seem like he was older, and she wouldn't come. So she said she was taken there on a lie, and she brought her girlfriend, and the two little girls were at the party. When they get to this party, which was like 2 hours away, there aren't hardly any more women. That's always a bad sign. You've been driven out to a party, and ain't nothing but the bros out there. So they tried to be cool and everything. They didn't like it, but Charlamagne was like, I got you. They were both served something to drink. Okay. And they were supposed to be good girls. They drove them drink. Immediately, they felt woozy and they felt crazy. Okay, so when the friend of Jessica Reed woke up, she woke up and could push the guy off and went running down the hall. When she went running down the hall, she went to her girl's room, the one who's accusing Charlamagne of rape, and she was in there and naked and screaming and screaming and screaming. Well, she said Charlamagne raped her. Okay. Charlamagne said he did not rape her. He was already gone from the party. And DNA test later proved that there was none of his semen. Nobody is disputing the fact that the girl got raped. She said she woke up and Charlamagne was on her and was saying some crazy stuff. And it was Charlamagne and shut up and take this and I got you and why you screaming and all this other kind of stuff. He's saying he was nowhere near it. There's no proof that he was anywhere near it. Okay. So the mom stopped the whole procedure, the whole proceedings at the time because it was making the little girl crazy or whatever, so they kind of dropped it. So now the girl is 32 years old, Charlamagne's 40, and she wants to resume the proceedings. I guess she's stronger, better. This has been haunting her for 17
Charlamagne's
years or
a millionaire.
And
Charlamagne's a millionaire.
And she cannot stand that he gives all these people, like Donkey of the Day and all this advice. Like he's such a good guy. Okay, so let's go back. Charlamagne did plead. He got a plea deal, and he pled to contributing to the delinquency of a minor because he did admit that he was hosting a party that was serving alcohol to minors, those little girls. For that, he got 3 years probation. Okay, so and now since I think Monday, they just decided, the state of South Carolina, that they are not, in fact, reopening this case because they said once you take a plea deal, it's kind of like how you can't be tried for
kind of like a done deal.
Yeah, like we discussed this and we decided then that you didn't do it and you pled to this and we've handled it and we're not going to rehandle it again. And so the little girl is pissed, and she still wants his job. But the fact that witnesses say he was not there, and the fact that there was no DNA found anywhere on this girl's body, my question is, why don't she try and just figure out the people who did rape her?
Right, exactly.
Because, I mean, she obviously was drugged in a crazed mind.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I think iHeartMedia says that his job is not in any kind of danger. Charlamagne has always been very forthcoming discussing this whole, thing in his book, too, Black Privilege. And he talks about how he made a mistake of bringing that young girl there, and he never denies that she probably did get raped. He does deny, however, that it was him. So nobody is safe. They will come after your butt lots of years later. Many years later.
Exactly. And I'm just going to, me and you, Kia, you and me, and I know you like to talk money. We talk about money and net worths and things like that nature. Now, I don't know. Now, I don't know Charlamagne's net worth, but I used to work for iHeartMedia, which used to be Clear Channel. So you might as well say Clear Channel, aka iHeartMedia now. Now he works in New York City. That's the #1 radio market. Okay, and that show is syndicated. So it's syndicated. So I can safely, very firmly and confidently say that Charlamagne probably makes $1 million plus a year.
At least, because I've seen him on other shows. I've seen him on Bill Maher.
Right.
As a guest host.
And see, that's extra money.
I mean, as a guest.
That's extra money.
Guess what? I saw him on the VH1. I don't know why I happened to see this. Hip Hop Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not watched that show, you are missing a ghetto treat.
He also did the after party interviews at the BET Music Awards, because he interviewed Anita Baker, Snoop Dogg, and some of the others, along with another young lady.
I mean,
so
he's hot.
He's hot and he's on top. But what I'm saying is the $1 million that he makes, the $1 million plus he makes with iHeartMedia, that's just that. What all this other stuff that we've mentioned, that's other money, other contracts, right? So
you're saying that Leonard is doing well. Leonard Larry is doing.
Leonard Larry is doing very well. I'm telling you, he's doing very well.
He's doing well enough to change his name legally. Good Lord, that's cool. Leonard Larry.
So with that being said, this young lady. This guy's on top of the world right now. I mean, his career is soaring. And so a lot of these ladies, and especially with the Me Too movement and all the things that have happened, I mean, hey, it's like this, and this, and hey, no lady needs to be raped or anything of that nature, or either, or sexual harassment. No, not at all. I mean, it is very unclassy, and it's just a wrong thing to do. Yes, but what I will say is that, don't be jealous of this guy, because this guy's career is soaring, and he's making money, and maybe things are not going so good for you, and
I think she holds him responsible in some way.
Yeah.
Like, I think she feels like like the story, they both agree he did bring her there, and he brought her to a place where harm did come to her.
Okay.
So I think she feels. I wish she would say that more than he raped me. I wish she would say, I feel he owes me for bringing me intentionally to a place where harm did come to me.
Right. That makes more sense, Kia. That makes more sense. That would make more sense.
Because he obviously did that. I mean, come on. He's 22,
well, you know what, Kia?
Was in her early 20s.
Let's say, I'm Charlamagne, right? And you're the teenage girl, and I brought you to this party, right? Okay.
Right.
And now I brought you there. Now you rode with me to the party. Okay.
Over 2 hours away. Right.
Right. You rode with me. You ride or die. You was in the car with me, right? Well, then my thing is this. This is my thing, and this is the type of person I am, and hey, if you roll with me to the club, if you roll with me to the concert, if you roll with me to the restaurant, wherever you roll with me at, then guess what? You need to ride back with me, because I need to see that you get home safely, in the house. You know how people,
but
pull
don't
up.
you find it odd? I agree with you on that. Don't you find it odd that he says he was not in the house? He was already gone. How are you going to bring somebody there over 2 hours?
Exactly.
Away from whatever city they live in to the beach. They went to the coast of South Carolina. You drive over 2 hours. You see what happened to this girl, and then you're saying you are gone.
Exactly. You gonna leave her there with those wolves and the men outnumber. Yeah, and the men outnumber.
She drank this and fell out, and something happened. He knew. I mean, that it don't look good. The more we talk about it, I don't believe he actually raped her,
but he left her hanging. He left her hanging. It's just.
Not only did he leave her hanging, I think he intentionally put her in a position.
In harm's way.
You brought her there
in harm's way.
Home for your boys.
Yeah, he brought her in harm's way. I mean, and then you look.
You bring her to a party where nothing but men.
Hey, Kia, check it out. I got the perfect scene. Even though in this particular scene, the girl was old enough. You remember Players Club? When
I was just thinking,
when Ice Cube,
when Junior,
at Junior's bachelor party, and she went over there, and the girl who was supposed to be responsible, of course they talked her into going outside, smoking a joint or whatever the case, smoking some weed, and then when she came back into the hotel room, the girl had already been raped. It's kind of just like that, you know what I'm saying? Except,
they
were
responsible in that one. Wasn't it Junior's sister, not Diamond, the other girl, the other stripper, the light-skinned stripper, his sister? Wasn't she supposed to be there responsible, or was she not supposed to be there? She's the one that talked her into doing
right. She was held responsible because, matter of fact, they arrested her in the movie because she was the one. She was responsible because when she went to the car to smoke a blunt or whatever with the dude in the movie, then when she came back, the damage had already been done. So and here's the thing, the girl trusted her. So the same thing with Charlamagne.
Remember, and everybody knew how Junior was because nobody else would take that gig.
Exactly. And now you got in the movie you got to blame old Ice Cube, boy. He's slick, boy.
Yeah, he was slick. He was wrong for that.
Yeah, he was wrong for that, man. But you have to understand that when somebody ride with you, whatever it is, whoever they are, even if they are an adult, you pretty much are responsible for them getting back to the house. If they go to a party, they get too drunk, guess what? You brought them there. You don't leave them there. You make sure that they get home safely or take, what I'm saying? I mean, and we talk about these things during holidays, New Year's parties, Christmas parties, when friends don't let friends drive drunk, and guess what? Friends don't leave friends in harm's way in uncomfortable situations, then they get up and leave. So that was wrong of Charlamagne to leave that girl like that, especially a teenage girl, It
was wrong. So, we hope she finds some peace.
We hope she finds. Hey, Charlamagne, look here, man. Give about, a couple of them bands, man. You know what I'm saying? For her.
Give her something because deep inside you did wrong. And you got off good. So give her something.
Yeah, he could give her 100. He could give her $100K. And he wouldn't miss it because he's doing good.
Yeah, he would, and maybe that'll absolve him of his guilt.
Exactly.
Right.
Because if he doesn't, it's going to continue on. And let me tell you something. I know Clear Channel, aka iHeartMedia. They may say his job protected, but baby, if the heat come down on him with lawyers and everything, iHeartMedia will drop you in a New York minute.
Like a hot potato.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, then he needs to make right.
That's right.
Make that right. Okay.
All right.
Okay, you remember the big to-do with Papa John, the guy, John Schneider? He was the CEO.
The CEO of Papa John's Pizza.
Well, you remember that whole thing back when it was an NFL thing.
Right, he lost the stock when during the NFL commercials, and people didn't order Papa John's Pizza because of course with the players taking the knee, and he blamed the NFL and black players for that. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, you remember that. Okay.
I do.
So he opened his mouth back then, and he had to give up the CEO role because he said all sorts of horrible things. And in an interview, he also was reflecting on his childhood, thinking back in the good old days, Greg, in Indiana, where he said people used to drag African Americans from trucks until they died. Just reminiscing about the good old times.
Yeah.
So the NAACP demanded his resignation because of that. So he was no longer CEO.
Okay.
Okay. Well, just last week, he resigned. He was also chairman of the board. He was still remain as chairman of the board. Now he's been forced to resign as chairman of the board after using the N-word. You're going to love this story. Let me tell you what he did.
Okay.
Okay, so you know how the guys, he keeps saying the wrong stuff, right?
Okay.
Publicly saying the wrong thing. So they hired a marketing firm to teach him, kind of damage control. And, when people say this, you say this. And it's the kind of statement. So they did a media training exercise with him, okay? Like a conference call where they did role playing. And he got so caught up with the role playing, I guess they pushed his buttons a little bit, and he messed up and used the N-word.
Oh, my goodness.
He couldn't help himself. And it was like everybody heard it or whatever. It got out. He could not help himself, even in a training exercise. He accidentally
well, you know what the old folks say,
made a racial slur.
You know what the old folks say? They say, well, if it's in you, it's just in you. It was just in them for them to say Negro.
Well, you heard in the good old days, they used to just drag black people in trucks and kill them. So the N-word ain't no big deal. It was just in them. So poor thing. Now his big mouth cost him chairman of the board. Think about it, this was this man's company. He was chairman of the board.
Yeah.
He was CEO. He was
CEO. The boss.
But he still has stock options, and he still owns 30%. It was worth $622 million, but the stock has plummeted to only be worth $179 million. And
because now they said them pieces for $7 now.
Yeah, no, they're giving them away. They're giving them away. So, needless to say, we are boycotting. We are not eating Papa John's pizza. I will mourn that buttery garlic sauce.
Yeah, the garlic sauce.
With it. I will miss that. Truly miss it, but I'm not supposed to be eating that stuff. No,
they wasn't that good anyway, Kia. Because see, when Papa John's pizza was its best when the company first came out, those better ingredients they've been skimping on them. They've been skipping out us for the last couple of years. You know what I'm saying? I remember I worked at a radio station, the top radio station I used to work for, and when Papa John's came out, we used to just say, hey, like to say hello to everybody there at Papa John's Pizza, and they would bring us a free pizza. If you were on the air. Or, Domino's did it for many years, but when Papa John's came in the game, they wanted to do it too. Now, back then, that pizza was rich and full of ingredients, and you could taste the onion, the garlic sauce and all that. But these last couple of years, the last couple of times I had it, it didn't taste nothing like that then. So, them better ingredients, they've been cutting back on them ingredients. So, that's,
the better ingredients, they talk about the better ingredients.
Yeah, it ain't hitting no more. No. So you ain't missing nothing.
Baseball, they ended their affiliation with Big Papa, and they are letting them go. They used to, that was one of their big sponsors, and now they no longer have that. So they need to disassociate themselves from this man. Because
They do.
It's causing everybody money. That's a big jump. Can you imagine your stock going from $622 million to $479 million? That's huge.
Yeah, that's huge.
That is huge.
So they're going to have to. They're probably going to have to do the buy one piece and get one piece of free deal to try to build the sales back up.
I don't know what they're going to do, but I will miss those cheese sticks.
Because one thing about it, everybody black, I think we're going to boycott. How long we going to boycott Papa John's pizza, Kia?
Forever. We have to let it go. We have to say goodbye to Papa John's until they get they can't make him sell his stock, I don't think. So we just have to let it go.
No, he'll just be. No, he can't make him sell his stock because, come on, 30%, he'll still be making a killing. And I'm sure what he's already made, he got that stashed away. So, he'll be a fat rat for as long as he lives anyway. But he just need to get his face off the thing and get, maybe they need to put, what's the dude that used to run Godfather's Pizza that ran, it was Herman Cain?
Yes,
yeah.
Oh, no, we can't send him either.
No, we can't send him either because he got in trouble for dating a bunch of white women, so that dropped him out the presidential race. So,
you need to be like Charlamagne or something. Just make a commercial. Make a cartoon figure.
Yeah.
Don't even have a real person.
Yeah, exactly like Aflac does with the duck.
The duck. Just keep it cute like that.
Get a character. Yeah. Because we can't get what's his name, the U.S. surgeon that bought all the furniture. What's his name, Uncle Ben?
Uncle Ben Carson.
Yeah. We can't get. See, cause Ben have been bought up $1 million worth of furniture, tables and stuff that we can't use. So I mean, we can't get him neither.
His ugly wife. Yeah.
So
he used to be handsome back in the day.
But you know what? I tell you what. Well, he had it going on when he was a young man. You know what I'm saying? Young black doctor. I mean,
they showed him one time with him. He had on some little nut hugger scrubs. I said, "How you gonna wear some tight scrubs like that?" But he did.
Yeah,
sure did.
yeah.
Ben was something back in the
Uncle
70s.
Ben. But I tell you what,
Ben.
maybe Papa John's needs to sex it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Sexy. Can you see a sexy piece of commercial? Maybe get some girls and everything. Because women make the world go round.
Well, yes, I can.
Yeah.
They need to have Paris Hilton, like when she used to do those, I can't remember, some burger place, and she would be washing the car. And
there you go.
You get real sexy when you're washing the car.
There you go.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
We'll think. Papa John's need to think about that. But until then, no, we're not.
That's the best thing
Papa
that you
John's
can do. I remember one day, man, I was driving. It would have been years ago. I was driving down Winchester. I got to Winchester and Elvis Presley, and it was a Saturday, man. And these girls were in shorts, and they were washing cars, man. I'm like, man, I mean, what do you want me to do? You gonna wash my car? Because if you don't wash my car, you're gonna make me wreck my car from turning the block 2-3 times looking at all that booty. You know what I'm saying?
Sex sells.
It sells. Yeah, sex sells. So maybe they need to come up with the sexy pizza thing, and you know, I mean, and you know, I think you can pull it off, Kia. You know, I really think you can.
I think so. I still got it. I think I got it.
You still got it.
Good years left in me of sexy.
Yeah, you still got some good years. You know, of course, get Corey's permission. Of course, you'll be all right.
Oh gosh, permission. Okay.
Yeah, with your permission,
yes, I'll get Corey's permission.
Girl, I wanna. Well, anyway. She is Kia Robinson. She is Kia Robinson on Facebook. Yes, she is. And Kia, yes, and I also know that you're also watching your calories on the medicine you take since you're getting rid of your cold and everything. I didn't know there was 46 carbs in NyQuil. So I mean, hey,
we looked at. Okay, so somebody re-looked at that. That's not correct. It is 19, but that's a lot.
Yeah, well, I mean, one thing about NyQuil, it's one of those things where it's very sweet. So therefore, since NyQuil is very sweet, that it may have the carbs and stuff in it. But I mean, who's thinking about carbs when you're trying to get better? That's why I was laughing at your Facebook post, because I think that I'm like, gosh, this lady is sick and trying to get rid of her cough, and she's thinking about carbs and NyQuil. It was hilarious.
I sure did. I Googled it, and I'm like, this tastes a little too sweet. And it said 19 grams of carbs when I'm only allowed 20 grams of carbs per day. No, sir.
Yeah.
Nope, not doing it.
All right, then. Well, I hope you're feeling better. And, just continue to work on that cold. And I'll talk to the Papa John's people, see if we can work that thing out and get rested, get
right,
something.
I am available for bookings.
That's right. Because she is Kia Robinson on Facebook. She is available for booking. I am her. Her management will get back to you. Also, you can get with her and DM her on Instagram for any engagements, commercials. She is also a model too,
right.
An Instagram model.
Supermodel.
That's right, supermodel. Get her for that. I'm telling you, man, you need to check out Kid, because she's got the braids now. You still wearing the braids, that you wore?
Well, they've taken a turn for the worse.
Yeah. I saw him on the steering wheel. Yeah, I did see him on the steering wheel. Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway, with that being said, she's open for that. A very talented young lady. Also, shows like this one. If you want to hear back to it, all you got to do is just go to YouTube, go to the Playground. It is Kia Robinson, the Playground on YouTube, and you can hear from Kia and Greg and listen to this show back as we play. And we're trying to get 1 million hits, so definitely push that YouTube button with Kia Robinson, the Playground today. Thank you so much, Kia.
Thanks, Greg.
All right. We'll be right back on AM 1380 WLRN Blues, Southern Soul, and more. It's Talk to Me with Greg Peters, baby. Greg Peters, baby.